Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I have a book haul. I don't do these often because I don't buy books as frequently as I used to. Part of that is because a lot of what I read is independently published, and so I'm reading a lot on KU. Also, most of the things that I buy at this point are things that I've already read and really enjoy. However, I had 5 Barnes & Noble gift cards that I needed to spend, and so I had a day out with one of my friends and we stopped at Barnes & Noble. Altogether, I think I spent $30 of my own money. 2 of the gift cards had been from my old boss at Drexel before I left, and I had used them I think once, so there were like a few dollars here and there. My brother had gotten me a $40 gift card for Christmas. One I found when I was packing up my old apartment. Don't remember where I got it from. That was $20. And then my coworker, who is my favorite person on my team at my new job, got me a gift card when I saw her in June and told me it was $20 and it was actually $35. So I spent all of those and got some things. Now, I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here because I don't go to Barnes & Noble often, okay? I think that for the most part, people think, oh, she reads, so she goes to Barnes & Noble. That is not the case. I canceled my membership maybe in like 2022 or 2023. Part of it was, again, mostly reading off Kindle Unlimited, mostly reading Black independently published authors, but also a few years ago, they made a decision that if your book wasn't like on a best-selling list and they weren't going to carry it, some dumb shit that obviously was going to have a bigger impact on authors of color than anyone else. And so after that happened, I canceled my membership. Again, I really do not go there often. Even if I am buying books that are brand new, I'm typically looking on Pango, Thrift Books, Bookshop. If it's on KU, I'm grabbing it from KU. I'm not going to Barnes & Noble, but whatever. We had the gift cards, I needed to spend them. So I went and I got a good amount of stuff. However, it was also really frustrating looking for things in there because I couldn't find a lot of the things that I wanted. And the thing is, because I don't go there often, I had to sit down and really think about what things I would want from there. And even then, I couldn't find a lot of the shit that was on my list. Like Cestia by G.R. McAllister, which came out this year, is an adult fantasy, brand new. They didn't have it. I was looking for Blood Over Brighthaven by Emma Lang, which I have seen there. I just couldn't find it today. It was also very packed. It's a Saturday. I didn't want to be in there too long. The Maid and the Crocodile by Jordan E. Fueco. Couldn't find it. Bookshops and Bone Dust, I think it's called. The prequel to Legends and Lattes. Couldn't find it. And I feel like there were some other things that I feel like I should have been able to get there that I could not find. And they were like, oh, we can order it for you. No, thanks. I'll get it somewhere else. So I say all that to say, I personally am not a Barnes & Noble girly. It's just not for me. I don't read a lot of the traditionally published, over publicized things, like even in the romance section. Like I got one book from there and I knew that I was going to be able to get it because I had seen it there. Otherwise, y'all know that I'm reading CCJ, and even Natasha Bishop is now available in Barnes & Noble, but she wasn't before she got traditionally published. There are a lot of books on my romance TBR that I cannot get in Barnes & Noble. So honestly, it wasn't an enjoyable experience. And I really hope that no one else gets me a gift card there because I'm probably gonna hoard it for a while, and it's gonna take me forever to spend it. Even the cashier was like, wow, you really haven't been here in a while. And I was like, yeah, okay. Anyway, these are the books that I got today. This is probably the only book haul that you will see from me in the next 365 days, because like I said, if I can help it, I'm not going there. First set of books that I got were 4 through 6 of Spy Family. So I have 1 through 3 and I have read them already. I was kind of contemplating if I wanted to get physical copies of these or if I wanted to see if they were available through my library. I'll probably blow through these pretty quickly and then continue the series through my library before continuing to buy physical copies, but I really enjoyed the first 3 books and so I'm really excited to continue. I haven't been watching, so I don't know what's coming, but I really love this series. I think I've given the first 3 books so far all 5 stars, so this is a fun time. I'm really excited to continue this. Next, and I didn't even know that this was out, but I got The Survivor Wants to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. So this, I guess, is technically the 3rd book in his Death Cast world, following They Both Die at the End and The First to Die in the End, which is the prequel. I don't know where in the timeline this will fall, but I had no idea that this was even out. I haven't heard anything about Adam Silvera recently, honestly, so that's something I need to look into, but I really like the series so far, and so I'm really hoping that I enjoy this one. This is a chunky bitch. I wasn't expecting that. This is one of the Barnes & Noble exclusives though, so I don't know how much additional content there is, but I was really surprised to see this, and I really only caught it because the covers are all pretty similar, so I'm interested to see what happens in this one. I did not read the synopsis of anything, but yeah, I'm excited. I really like the first 2, so I hope that I like this one as well. If you're not familiar, in this series there is something called death cast, where if you get a call, it means that in the next 24 hours you will die. You don't know when exactly or how, but it will happen. And so in that first book, we're following 2 young boys who both get a call from Deathcast, and there is an app called Last Friend, I think, and they link up together and spend their last day together. And then in The First to Die at the End is the very first time that Deathcast starts making those calls. So I don't know where this one will fall, but I'm excited. I feel like this cover is giving a little bit of a dystopian vibe, but I don't know, we'll see. Then I got Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. This is another Hunger Games prequel. In this one, we get Haymitch during his games, which is the first quarter quell. Obviously, we know the outcome, but it details everything happening from that reaping to the end of the games, and it's a ride. I don't know if Suzanne is okay. Somebody should probably check on her. I have already read this. I did enjoy it, and I will be watching the movie, which is set to come out in 2026. Then I got All About Love by Bell Hooks. So this is a book that a lot of people have been talking about recently. I feel like there's been a resurgence of it, sort of. And I've never read anything by Bell Hooks, so I figured might as well give it a try and we'll see how it goes. I've heard mixed things about it, so I'm interested to see for myself. And the last book that I got was The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. So I'm not a huge traditionally published romance fan. However, I have heard good things about this series in general, and I know that this year The Love Lyric came out, which I was interested in, but that is the 3rd book in this series. If I'm not mistaken, each book follows one of the sisters. So I am interested to give it a try. Hopefully I like it. I don't hate all traditionally published romance. I enjoyed The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton, didn't like the sequel, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm hoping that maybe this is another series that I will enjoy, because I do really love interconnected standalone romance novels. So hopefully this is another one that, if I like this one, I will continue the series. So those are all the books that I got. Just wanted to show you real quick. I am exhausted and I'm ready to take a shower, put my pajamas on, and get into bed. Is it only 4:35? Yes. But it's a Saturday and I'm an adult, so I can do what I want. Let me know if you've bought any new books recently, if there were ones that you already knew you liked or highly anticipated ones. Do you shop at Barnes & Noble often? Where do you do your book shopping? Let me know. Otherwise, that is all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.